So stay tuned. I'm Fred Trost. It's time for Outdoor Digest.
Here you go.
Ooh, that's going to be hard to beat.
Tall tales, jokes, and plenty of serious discussions around the campfire are all a part of what we call camaraderie among hunters. We get to know each other, share ideas and skills. Chipping flint arrowheads like the Indians used to do is one of Norm Blaker's hobbies. Norm is a traditional archer, a longbow shooter who successfully hunts with the arrowheads that he chips himself.
When you get this flint chip down to this stage, how do you get those little? You can't bang those out with that.
No. You take the deer antler, and you press out those flakes from side to side like this.
And they're coming off the bottom again.
Yes. It's the same basic thing as the percussion blow, only it's called pressure flaking, and it's a little more precise. You can shape it and finish it and sharpen it to its final stages.
How do you attach this to your cedar shaft?
Okay, what I usually do is cut a little slot in there and put the point in. You can do it without glue, but it's a known fact that the Indians had all kinds of fish glues and hide glues. And
After a few days at our Houghton Lake bow camp with Norm Blaker, you really get to appreciate his ideals and his love of traditional values and customs. And when you spend time around fellas like this, some of it starts to rub off. Norm Blaker and Ron LeClaire turned me on to longbows at a time when most archers use the high-tech compound bows. Cathy Beutler's dad, Gleason, finds a compound is easier to hold back, a real help to many older hunters. But still, we like to pit our skills against each other, longbows versus compounds.
There she goes. Nice. Right down the rabbit.
Cathy Beutler's compound plunks a bullseye in her challenge to Norm Blaker.
That's it. You take it.
how about that one?
Good shot.
Hang on just a second before you go down and get him. Gleason always gets his in a 1-inch circle. So Gleason, we're going to take one of the upper corners here.
Okay.
Huh?
Okay.
Because if you miss,
Or how about on
No.
3 circles and see if we can hit all 3 circles?
I don't have that many arrows.
Oh, you only... How many arrows you have?
Just one.
Just one. Well, I got to do it the first time.
Okay,
Right?
which upper right or upper left?
You call it.
Upper right. Better not miss. Oh, you were lucky. You were lucky. Okay, I'm going to step in
I'll
and
step on your
try to get it in the center.
You gonna what?
I'm going to get it in the center of that bullseye.
Oh,
Huh? Mr. Gleason?
Pretty good.
What'd you think of that?
I got my knot. Not quite.
Well, that's shooting for fun at bow camp. But in the woods, we hunt deer individually, picking our blinds near trails, sitting for several hours alone each morning and evening. Indian summer in late October has kept the deer bedded during the day, and in my scouting for a better spot, I ran across some fellows in a bow camp a mile away who had taken the time to dig and build elaborate ground blinds. Eric Michaud from Houghton Lake was a bunker engineer in the Army, and he knew how to build a comfortable pit blind. Now, this is on state land in a parcel that's not heavily hunted, especially since I'm not going to reveal exactly where it is, but Eric was nice enough to let me use it for the evening.
Oh boy, this looks good. It's supposed to come out from that side, right across here. Just have to keep alert. This ground blind has a lot of advantages in this situation. One thing, a ground blind that is, well, this is about, 4 feet deep. The fellas came and dug it out, and they reinforced the walls with logs. It's about 4 feet deep, has about a foot here of space for visibility and for shooting a bow through here. And the roof is made of plastic and ferns on top, so it's natural looking from the outside. But there's a couple big advantages of a ground blind like this. One, your scent is held in, so even if the wind is blowing towards the direction the deer are going to come, the scent is going to tend to be held inside here. or maybe go straight up because of the low pressure area created by this blind. Now, a second thing that I like about ground blinds like this is that you're shooting level with the deer. So your arrow has the best chance of making a vital, clean, humane kill because you're shooting right level with the ground. Now, this is setting on the edge of a swamp. You can see out here, this is swamp out here. And the deer tend to funnel between the swamp and this little stand of trees here. Right over to our right, maybe 200 yards, is a rye field, a big rye field that was planted by the Department of Natural Resources as a habitat improvement. And that tends to feed the deer. They're attracted to that. It's a lot of green rye for them to feed on. So we have the rye field there, deer filtering through, ideal setup. It's 5:30. We can shoot till probably about 7. So we'll just have to keep our eyes open, see if we can spot the deer as they filter through here.
We knew a buck had filtered through. He rubbed a sapling with his antlers in front of the blind, and it was fairly fresh. But with days reaching 75 degrees, the deer weren't moving in the daylight. They waited for darkness when it was cool. And wouldn't you know it, just when the light was almost gone, after 6:35, nearly 6:45, a doe wandered through and stopped to munch carrots in front of our blind, 15 yards away. But I waited for the buck that had to be behind her. She wandered off, and the buck never showed up.
How'd you like the pit back there?
The next morning, I stopped by Eric's bow camp to find that no one had been successful there all weekend. But thanks to Eric and his buddies for letting us use their secret blind, and to Mike Ignat and the Houghton Lake Chamber of Commerce that hosted our bow camp, we spent a weekend the way we like best, among our bow hunting friends.